was here 10 months ago, and I sat right over there, and I looked at everybody on stage, and I go, man, I wonder what it'd be like to be on stage here. And everybody's like, like Broadway. But if you're a fighter or you're a martial artist, this is Broadway. There's a little stage. Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is where all the greatest. Look, all the greatest in the world are here. 10 months ago, I wanted to be on the stage. So anything's possible. Anything's possible. 10 months later, we have one more person. And let me tell you about this guy. I heard from, he served a couple tours in Vietnam. And I heard from another guy that he would put his gun and knife down and just fight guys hand to hand. That's how fierce this guy is. That's how fierce he fought for our country. Number one. Number two, I was very young. I was like his age. And I was on the street. And he took me off the street. He's my sensei. And everything I know, he taught me. And I tried to quit. And I went to jail. And I ended up in jail with his friend's son. We were cellmates. And we got out and we got into more trouble. And he came and found me. And he made me a bouncer. And I said, thank you. And then he says, I'm going to train you. I go, for what? He goes, I'm going to train you in martial arts. And he got this guy called Carl Patsky and a guy named Harold Sargent. Now I was a kid. Harold Sargent was 6'6", 280. Big bodybuilder, just got out of prison. He was a boxer. So every time he hit me, it felt like a metal knife going through my body. And these two guys beat me up, and I hated him for it. But he knew what I was up against. He knew what I was going to be up against. And I haven't met anybody in my whole life that I said, I ain't got no money. What am I getting? He goes, don't pay me. And he's getting $150 an hour at the fancy health club, $100 an hour. He never charged me $1, a penny. He trained me for free. And I haven't seen him, and I didn't think we'd ever see each other again. And this event brought us together. So I wanted to give him an award, a Lifetime Achievement Award. Because out of anybody in my life, he deserves it because he raised me. So, Master Ronald Wanderlich from the United States Marine Corps, Vietnam veteran and sharpshooter.
It's a little different being up here. All these names, all these people with shark, mad dog, dragon. Like, whoa. All I know is I call him Dad.
Yeah.
Born, raised in Nice, France. Just kidding. Just kidding. Buffalo, New York. Buffalo, New York. Buffalo, New York. Home of chicken wings and snow. Chicken wings and snow. Born and raised, again, September 1950. Soon to be 69. You should see him with his shirt off. Not to be weird. Again, to Ignatius and Violet Wanderlich, real Polish names. Ronald Eugene. Grew up in Buffalo, like I said. Not much to do, but fight and play in snow. Coming home from school every morning. Father was a World War II vet. They didn't have post-traumatic stress back then. They didn't know what it was. He does. Yep. With that, thrown downstairs, punched out of the house, left to fend for himself, him and his brother Butch, and do nothing but fight and take care of themselves. To otherwise better himself, what did he do? At 19 years old, joined the United States Marine Corps.
Yeah. Hoorah!
Found his way, found his path. One of the things that he holds on to very dearly. Attached to the 1st Recon Battalion, served 270 days in country fighting for the United States. And came home alive. Came home alive. It's a hell of an accomplishment. Came back to Buffalo and moved to New Hampshire, New England. That's where I was born, New Hampshire. And took his art, found his art. Ishinru Karate. We're both Ishinru martial artists here. use that to otherwise better himself and get himself through life. Working the bar scene, helping people, seeing people, like this guy. Kind of seeing something similar that he found in himself. Not having anybody to otherwise help him, guide him through life. And that's the correlation between Kevin and my father. He saw something that he felt and knew in his heart growing up with, that loneliness, that lack of guidance. And he took in Kevin and gave him some guidance and gave him that sense of self that he knew he could.
That's right.
That's their connection. And I'm glad that they found each other, and I'm glad they're here together, and I'm glad this brought them together.
Right.
This Hall of Fame, because with it, as you can see, taking a look around, look to the right, look to the left, you see a lot of people that came from nothing or really hard backgrounds and made something of themselves.
Amen.
Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to you, Dad. Thank you very much. Proud son. I'm done.
Sensei, look what I got for you. Only you and the dragon got a crystal cup, baby. Look at that. You like that? Are we even now?
Not even close.
Suffice to say, I got a call from Kevin a short while ago.
Yes.
Spent 23 hours trying to get here yesterday.
That's right.
There's planes flying tomorrow morning, so I'm going to keep this short because we got to get out of here. So thank you very much. Very eloquent. The eloquence that came from the crowd today, very, very impressive. We're gangster in our heart, but we're pure of heart. Quality people, and I'm honored to be in this company. And Kevin, thank you very much. Your heart charging.
Sensei?
So like what style / discipline do you practice?
Right. My mother's style was Ishinryu Karate, and was introduced to it basically by show and tell in high school. I showed up with my tackle box, and my classmate showed up with a pair of sais. And when I saw what he did with the sais, I got very interested in what he did as a martial artist, and him and I became good friends, and that was my introduction back in the mid-60s. And then went into the United States Marine Corps, was on my way to Vietnam, I trained on Okinawa, came home from Vietnam and reconnected with my style of Ishinryu Karate, became an instructor in the 70s, and people in the martial arts have a particular, how would you say, things they're good at. Some are good teachers, some are good fighters, some are good philosophers. And for me, street application was something that I embraced because I worked nightclubs, biker bars, and did that for a couple of decades. And so street application was my predominant motivation for the martial art. And it's been 52 years now, and here I am.
All right. So, what are some of your most fondest memories and experiences with martial arts?
Well, I think sharing, paying it forward, sharing with people now. I really enjoy sharing the information that is most applicable, street applicable particularly. And I do seminars, and I will share with any organization that would like to learn about street defense, simple self-defense. I do seminars on no means no, fight for the purpose of flight, and I enjoy giving back. I enjoy seeing the success of some of my students. Kevin in particular, was one of my shining stars. He's here this evening. My son, who I started when he was just a youngster, I developed his gross motor skills at 18 months old, teaching him basic martial art techniques, hammer fist, palm heel, and now he's a very successful martial artist, and he uses it in law enforcement. He teaches. He is now a defensive tactics instructor for the state of New York, and it's like passing it on, old lion, young lion. I couldn't be more proud, and I think that the martial art is a life's work. It's something that's never ending. It has a beginning, but it has no end. And I think I owe who I am today because of the martial art.